Hey everyone, this is Stephen Strawn at Cast Iron Cookware, where you can find information to help you better collect, restore, and use cast iron cookware. Today we're going to be talking about cast iron cookware storage ideas. I'm also going to be showing you some of the progress that I've made on putting together my new set. And according to one of my subscribers, Christian Rivera, I'm going to be calling it the Pan Cave. And we're going to be doing that coming right up. Before we get started, I just want to take a minute to remind everybody to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss out on new videos when they come out. So let's get started. One problem I've had for a long time is what to do with my cast iron. Now I've stacked it up, I've piled it up, I've done everything. When I had just a few pieces, it wasn't that big of a deal because we used every piece and they were all in the kitchen. Of course, they got to where they were being piled up in the kitchen too. There are several ways to store your cast iron. One of the most common things that people does is nest their cast iron, where they just stack the biggest on the bottom, then smaller, and so on. The problem with that is when you need the one on the bottom, you have to dig it out. And that makes it where you don't want to fool with it. And then if you're really collecting a lot of pieces, eventually those pieces will start reverting to rust again. And we want to be able to get to them and touch them up. So I don't think nesting is a great idea unless you just have 2 or 3 pieces. 2 or 3 pieces is not a problem because you can stack those up and get to them pretty easily. But when you've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 200 pieces, you can't hardly do that. And they don't get the loving they need. You know, one thing about cast iron cookware is it's a lot like talent. It's a lot like anything else in life. Use it or lose it. Now, if you don't use them, they will eventually start looking bad. And I really had a problem with mine starting to look bad, and I didn't like that. I want to be able to get to them when I need them. I don't want to have to dig them out of a pile. I want to be able to touch them up when they look a little bit rough. I just want to be able to get to them quickly and put them up quickly. So I've decided to go with the hanging system. Now you can hang your pans up on a rack above your stove and just kind of hang them and dangle them all around. Now that's fine too. You can just reach up and get what you need, especially if your ceiling is not really low. In that case, you'll wind up having a headache every now and then because of it. The solution that I have come up with is to go ahead and hang them on the wall. Now I've got a spare room. Now everybody doesn't have a spare room, but I'm using my spare room to shoot videos. I like to have the nice backdrop of the cast iron behind me. Before, if you've seen my old videos, I just had them all stacked up behind me and it was nested and I couldn't get to them. It was really horrible. My new system, I'm hanging them up. That way I can get to any piece that I want to. According to one of my subscribers, Christian Rivera, he coined the phrase pan cave. So here is my pan cave. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out and kind of flash around the room and let you see what I've been doing. I've basically dry fitted a lot of pieces on the wall. Now I'm going to have to take them all back down so I can paint the wall and get everything trimmed out nicely. And then I'm going to put them back up in order, probably Birmingham Stove and Range, maybe Century, and then Red Mountain, and then Lodge, and then Griswold, and just, you know, maybe something like that. But the most used pieces, I want them handy where I can reach and get them. So let me pan around the room and let you see where I've gotten to at this point. I've actually took this room. Now I've got my Dutch ovens. I'm going to put a shelf in for those. I got a few more Dutch ovens in the kitchen. But I got my larger skillets on this wall, and eventually I'm going to go all the way around the room. And I've got my other skillets and my cornbread pans, cornstick pans, fish fryers, just a little bit of everything hanging on the wall. And I've got room for more. I'm going all the way around the room. And I'm still working, there's my light. Still working on the rest of the room, but I've got enough room for probably about twice as much. And I've got these little, now this is Pegboard, and you can see my trim. I haven't painted it yet, but I got these little J hooks that are really nice. And like I said earlier, when you got a lot of pieces that are just nested up, they're going to start looking bad. Let me show you an example. Now this piece right here is a number 8 big block Griswold, smooth bottom. It doesn't have a heat ring. Now it's got a little bit of oil that's kind of got rancid because it's been sitting there for quite a while without being used. And the inside's looking kind of rough. And I'm starting to see a little bit of rust trying to take hold there. And I don't like that at all. I really want my pieces to look nice. I like them black and shiny. And I use this one every now and then, but because it was nested, it got neglected. And I would need it, and I thought, well, I'm not getting that one. I don't have to dig it out. But now I can get to it easy because I've got it hanging up right where it's handy. Now here is one of the mates to my number 8. This is my little number 6. And you can see I'm gaining a little rust right here. I'm going to have to clean that up and put me another layer of seasoning on that. That is a great little number 6 pan. And I like using it. But because it was nested under a pile of other skillets, I didn't use it and it started deteriorating. Now you say, look at all that cast iron, he has got a lot. Well, be honest with you, there was a time where I had twice as much as this. And I got out of cast iron cookware for a little bit. I wanted to go into a venture of building guitars, and I didn't really have the finances, so I sacrificed my collection, at least a large portion of it, except for the pieces that I really loved and used all the time. I still don't have enough funds to do the projects that I planned, so I had to put that on hold. And in the meantime, I had the heart attack about 2 years ago. And I spent about a month out of work and just, piddling around the house, not able to do anything. So I started collecting all over, and a lot of pieces that I've sold, I've been trying to buy back. And I'm buying them back at full retail, it seems like, because cast iron has really gotten popular in the last few years, and it's got a little more expensive to get. So I'm on the journey of replacing my original collection, namely my BSR collection. But with that said, my daughter, she said, Dad, you need to put out a video and show some of your cast iron. I thought, okay, I'll do it. And that was the beginning of the YouTube channel. It was totally by chance. I wasn't planning on building a channel, and I suppose if I had to do it all over again, I probably wouldn't because it is hard. But I have really enjoyed it. I'm glad that I've got over the hardest part, and I'm glad that I'm moving forward. I'm thankful for every subscriber, every comment, every time somebody subscribes, shares, likes a video. I appreciate you so much. And I just want to say thank you for being a part of this channel. You have encouraged me to keep going. A lot of times on a journey, it's easy to turn back. You guys have been encouraging to me and have really kept me going. And I have really enjoyed connecting with a lot of people. That's really all I have today. I know this is a short video. I just wanted to kind of show where we were heading. Now we will be using this set on future videos, and you'll get to see it come along and see the progress. So I can't wait till we get it finished and can really give you a good bird's eye view of the whole thing. I just want to remind you as well, don't forget to subscribe if you're not. Hit the notification bell, that way you won't miss out on anything. And if you're interested, you can check out our Facebook group, Cast Iron Cookware. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also sign up for the Cast Iron Cookware newsletter. I send it out about every week or so. And if you would like to be a part and support this channel in a financial way, check out Cast Iron Cookware on Patreon. You can be a patron of Cast Iron Cookware for as little as $1 a month. And check that out. I'll leave a link to all of these in the video description below. Thank you for taking a look at the Pan Cave and also watching Cast Iron Cookware.